I'm not that impressed. Do you like this?
Yeah, but we don't know who.
No, not do we, not do we. There's much better ones down there, I'll tell you, because look at his expression. It's not very good, is it? The tie's good. I like this bit. I like this bit. The suit's good, but the expression and the start, I'm not sure what he's supposed to be doing. In fact, so I could just sort of like push him over. But there's much better ones down that way.
We're gonna sit that one.
Yeah. There's a lovely park down there near the embankment, Victoria Embankment. But yeah, I don't like that at all. What I am interested in is why are all of these high vis standing. Look, see, there's so much Masonic about this area, but even on the window panes there. So oh, it's JP Morgan. Is that why you lot are making it look well on top?
Yes.
You're making it look well on top. Well, you know, like I always like go past places and then suddenly there's like fences that aren't needed. Why is that? Why is this here? There's loads and loads of cameras, and then there's loads of high vis people standing around going, why? Hey?
It's my duty.
It's your duty, yeah.
Yeah.
Every man should do his duty. Do you know who said that?
Yeah.
Every man should do his duty.
Oh yes, everyone.
Do you know who said that? It's a quote, it's a famous quote. Yeah?
Six people.
No, it's a famous quote from someone. I'll tell you, it's Admiral Nelson. He said, England expects every man to do his duty.
Yes.
And that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing.
Yes.
But it's now got me asking, why? What is it that's so valuable? That's
Sorry, mate.
yep.
Video is not making allowed.
It's not allowed here, is it? Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is because like I'm in public, isn't I?
Yes.
If I was to try and get in the building, hey,
Private property.
you're not here. It's not.
Yes.
No.
No,
Public.
No, it's bank.
It's public, isn't it? Yeah, bank, isn't it?
Yes.
Bank. Is that what it? What is there? Loads of money in there or something? There? Is that why there's loads of? I mean, like, no, they've got security all the way up the road. So you don't want me filming inside. Look, I can zoom right in. Look, zoom right in. This is JP Morgan. I know JP Morgan. JP Morgan is it insurance, banking? JP Morgan. It rings a bell. It rings a bell, but I don't know. Is that what? Was it JP Morgan that sponsored that? Because it's rubbish.
I don't know.
The suit's good. The suit is good, but the facial expression and the stance is terrible. Because let me just point out that JP Morgan believes in a healthy, smoke-free environment, including our outdoor premises. Is that denoted? Is that denoted by the fence? Well, it is, because I can see the no smoking sign. So I'm allowed to smoke here on this point.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Yeah, it's actually you that's outside of your jurisdiction.
It's a private property.
Where does it say that?
Yeah.
Private property has to be denoted, doesn't it? Like, otherwise, people, you wouldn't know.
It's my duty.
Yeah, but not here because this is public. This bit,
Yes, this is public place, but this building is private.
the building. So what are you doing out here? Like your jurisdiction ends on the, as you say, like ends on the building, in the building,
Yes.
or behind this fence. That's the JP Morgan land,
Yes.
but you're on public land at the moment.
Huh?
Yes, because like that's what the fence denotes. The fence and the door denotes your property as opposed to the public property. Didn't you know that?
That point is private property.
No.
Oh,
That's what. Why is there a fence here then? Hello. Hi.
Sir, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please. I haven't got any money, so I can't get in there. But what do you want? I was just explaining the rules of public property and private property to your colleague here, and it says over here like that it believes in healthy, smoke-free environment, including our outdoor pros. You know, when you don't listen, you don't learn. That's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? You don't listen, you don't learn. Why did I turn up? Remember? Why did I turn up?
Troll, are you serious?
Because you're all walking up and down, bringing it on top for JP Morgan. They've told you to come out into public.
I think so. He's a vlogger recording the video and
Yeah.
on the main reception.
To ask him, am I allowed to wear shorts? Am I allowed to wear a hat?
Can you tell him not to say anything? Can you tell him he's not allowed to do that?
Okay, go on.
He's also regarding the voice and the guard is also standing on the main reception. And
What makes him think that? Go on, then. You're doing your duty. He did say, tell him not.
So,
Come on. Let me explain it to you.
Please, it's not allowed to take any video
Right,
and picture.
okay. Now look, I've just reading the sign here and it says that JP Morgan believes in a healthy smoke. Hang on, let me finish. And including our outdoor premises, which is denoted by this fence. Because as you say, look, smoking is not allowed here.
Yes.
Am I allowed to smoke here?
No.
I'm not allowed to smoke in on this public piece
Yes.
of land.
Yes.
No,
You're
no,
not-
you're incorrect. The door and the frame there is your sort of jurisdiction, and behind this fence is your jurisdiction. Out here, you're.
Sir, please, it's not allowed.
I know
to
you
take
keep
any
saying the same
pictures
thing.
and
You keep
also-
saying the same thing. I'm trying to explain to you the rules of private property and public property, and like if you go behind if I went through your fence, then you could say to me, "Excuse me, sir, don't smoke. Please, can you leave?" But you can't say don't film or don't wear a hat or don't wear shorts or don't have any jurisdiction on that. But you certainly don't have any jurisdiction to come out and tell someone what to do in a public place. As I explained to your colleague initially, the reason I came here was because you're all walking up and down as if it's a prison or like something. There's something to film. So that's why I've turned up. But this is a public area.
Sir, it's not. It's JP Morgan, and also it's.
Yeah,
not
I know
allowed
JP
to-
Morgan.
Yeah,
JP
it's
Morgan
not
Chase.
allowed to take, yes, and also there is
Yeah,
no
where does it
allowed
say that?
any videos, and
Yeah,
you are
where-
also. I think you are also online. Please.
Where does it say
preference-
that? Where does it say that? That would have to be denoted. There are special areas like the Buckingham Palace. If you don't listen, you're never going to learn. Okay, whereabouts is the designation line? He doesn't listen. You see, this is the problem. England expects every man to do his duty. Remember? So, yeah, you're going to come and remove me? Come on, I dare you. I dare you to come and remove me. I dare you to come into a public area and remove me. Because I'll sue JP Morgan. Why don't you call the police and they'll come and explain it to you, and then you'll have to go back in your building when you could just listen to what I'm saying. Whereabouts does the designation line end? Right, if you're not going to listen, I'm not going to talk to you. Excuse me, sir, can I speak to you for a moment? You're not going to listen either, no? If you're not going to listen, right, you're not going to listen either. You're very conceited, aren't you? You're very conceited people. How far outside of this area have I got to go before I'm outside of your jurisdiction then, sir?
Explain.
Don't you think that's a bit rude, the way you're acting?
Sir, we are not rude. We are also. You are also on camera.
Yeah.
If you
I don't
turned
care.
off,
I don't
will
care.
explain
I
you,
don't
please.
care. I'll welcome being on camera. But how far outside of this area have I got to go before I'm allowed to start filming? No, you don't want to answer that. I've got one simple question. One simple question.
Yes.
How far out of this area have I got to go before I'm allowed to start filming again?
You are not stopped.
Yeah.
We are not stopping you. Any other person has stopped you to take in the video.
You said to me I'm not allowed to film.
You are on also on video camera. You are capturing our videos as well.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Why would I care? Because
we are
that's what public is, isn't it? That's the difference between public and private. If I didn't want to be filmed, I'd create privacy. I'd cover my face or go inside. You don't like the facts, do you?
आपकी बारी है. Yes.
Well, don't you think you're acting in a little bit of a conceited manner? Look, I mean, look, this is a road, isn't it? I mean, how far out of the area would I have to go? How far out of the area do I have to go?
And also the
Look, it's John Carpenter Street, EC4. Do you see what this word here says? These words here, don't it? The City of London. JP Morgan might be a big, powerful bank, but this is the City of London. You see this? You see this denotation here, the double dragons. They're bigger and more powerful than JP Morgan. You're outside of your jurisdiction, sir. It's not me who's outside of his jurisdiction. And I'm not saying that you haven't been instructed to do this. All I'm saying is, you can't come out and start saying to somebody, am I allowed to have shorts on? Or am I allowed to have a bag or a, you know, how far out of this area have I got to go before I'm allowed to
I
start?
don't know anything.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You know, like at least give me an answer. I mean, a little tiny bit of respect, and you'll get 1,000 respects back from me. But as I explained to your colleague on the first instance, when I came past, I saw all the high vises, and you were all sort of walking up and down, you know, on patrol, as if there was something to film. You see, so I came in and had a little film of first of all the statue, and then and now we've got to this. It's, I don't mean like, this is, look, John Carpenter Street, look, EC4, the city of London. This property isn't owned by JP Morgan. I know JP Morgan are powerful, and the police can be called, but like they'll back me up on it. Look at them coming. No. Have you called the police? I mean, you're not really in a position to call the police. Well, if you have a little chat with me and acknowledge what I'm saying, then I'll be gone, won't I?
We don't know anything. That's why we are silent.
But they shouldn't send you out into public to do this. They're putting you in a bad position because...
You are also using vape, and I never use vape, and you are putting smoke on me.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Really? Are you
Really.
serious?
Yes, I'm not.
Then
never
why don't you
smoke.
go into your private building? You've got all this, look at the size of it. You've got this huge private building, and yet you've decided to come into public to tell me that I can't vape or film. What else can't I do? What else can I not do? Well, if you're not paying me much respect, are you? The vape won't do you any harm. Well, at least you got your ID on show. That's something, you know. That's because a lot of you SIA security, a lot of SIA security don't do that, and now you're committing a criminal offence by doing that. You're a bit of a fool, sir, because that's a criminal offence. You're supposed to have your ID on show at all times, and now you've hidden it. I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it. Look, I'm a distance away where I wouldn't be able to see it, and I don't need it. But now that you've removed it from you're committing a criminal offence under the Securities Act, which is punishable up to £5,000 and up to 6 months in prison by not having your ID on show at all times, especially in public.
You know I have, and also I have
But
this my ID, but I am.
It has to be on
yes,
display.
hiding from the camera.
It has to be on display 100%
Yes,
of the
I know
time.
it very well.
Right.
And when you are
But you've just hidden it.
recording, yeah, it's
Yeah,
was
but you've just hidden
also
it.
displayed.
You've just hidden. I'm a member of public. I don't have that
Yes,
obligation.
but you are not doing your act as a public.
Yes,
you are
in-
not doing, and you are also
I
taking
don't
our
need-
pictures and also videos.
I don't need to wear.
Why you are taking these videos?
What?
Can you explain?
Because I like to film. Because I like to film. Because you were walking up and down, and it sort of like it caught my attention. All the
Yeah,
high
it's
vis.
our duty. We are we
Not
are
in
doing.
public. It's not.
What is-
Inside the building, your job is to secure the building,
Yes.
not the public area around the building.
No.
How far outside the building are you securing? I mean, are you securing down the end of this road?
I don't know, because my duty is here,
do
not
know.
in other buildings.
You
Yeah.
do know.
Why I have to take care about the other building, which is my duty. I am doing is as well.
Yeah, the building and the outside areas, which are denoted by the fence. That's why the fence is there. And if this was the JP Morgan, this sign wouldn't be there, and you'd have a fence here, which would, especially JP Morgan, because they're intelligent enough to know if they don't want people on their property, they'll put a fence up. Look at the size of this building, and you've chosen to come out into the public to say what you're saying. It doesn't make sense, does it? And it's up to you, but like, you know, at the end of the day, not having your ID on show, you know it, as an SIA trained person, you'll know it as much as I do, that you are supposed to have your ID on show 100% of the time, especially in public. But this man hasn't got any ID at all.
He has.
No, I can't see any. He hasn't. This is a regular.
Everyone has their own IDs. And also they are signing
you
a
have,
control.
you've got yours on, but this guy hasn't.
Please, can you stop disturbing us? We are
Only if you acknowledge what I'm saying is correct.
What you saying? I don't know what you
This
are
is
talking about.
you at the moment you're standing in a public area. This is a private area where you've got jurisdiction.
Doing our job.
Yeah, you've got jurisdiction inside this building. Outside the building, you haven't got any jurisdiction. You can't tell me not to film or not to vape, or, you know, I've been respectful enough not to vape in, no, blow the vape in your direction.
No, you can vape anywhere. You can.
No,
Yes,
no.
but you
If it
are-
stays
you
inside the
can't-
building,
you are not allowed to put smoke on any other person face.
what?
Yeah, that's what I'm
What?
saying.
What, in public?
Yeah, you can vape.
How much do you want to bet
Yeah,
on
you
that?
can vape.
Hey, yeah. I mean, that's crazy,
But
man.
you can't put smoke on me.
I can't. I can't. Yeah, I can.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I could. If I was standing in the wind, if I was nasty, if I was a nefarious person, I could. You're not
Okay.
being very respectful, are you? You see, sir, are you SIA security?
Yeah,
You're not wearing your ID, are you? Like this gentleman, and like that's a criminal offence. It's a criminal offence not to have your ID.
everyone
And
have
stuff.
SIA ID. Everyone.
Have you been trained by the SIA?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I've looked, and I know that if you don't have your ID on show, especially when approaching a member of public in public, it's a criminal offence.
Here.
Well, no,
On our bed.
no, you have a security badge, don't you?
ID.
You've got a security badge. Come on, you're not foolish.
Yeah, I have my SIA
Yeah, you know, you've got to have it on display at all times.
No.
Yes.
Everyone have. You can see here.
How much do you want to? Shall we have a bet on it? Shall we? I'll give you 10 to 1. I'll give you 10 to 1 odds. I'll bet you £1. You'll win £10 if you're right. If you're right. 10 to 1. You can bet £100, and I'd owe you 1,000.
Yeah, इधर आना. We can't show you our SIA ID because you don't have any.
I'm not asking you to show me it. You need to have it on display. All.
You want to record a video, so you are a public. You can record a video, but you can't record.
Did you hear that?
You can't record the video of every SIA because it's critical.
Anyone stop you recording the video?
Yeah, it's a critical.
You did say. You said like that. I'm
No,
not allowed
no,
to.
no.
You
Listen,
said I'm not
listen,
supposed
my
to,
boy.
and I'm not supposed to.
Listen, man. You.
Take any video.
Yeah.
But you can not disturb us. We are doing our job.
Yeah, we are doing our job. Everyone have
No,
SIA
he's
ID.
not. He's not doing his job. He hasn't got his ID on shot.
Fact. Position, please.
Position. And ID. It's a criminal offence.
I have my ID.
It's a criminal offence. You just have it on shot. No, but you.
That's recording a video.
It's not me who makes the rules, is it?
Act as a public.
It's not me who makes the rule.
You are recording a video.
It's
So
not
how
me
can I
that makes
show,
the rule. Doesn't make a
public?
difference.
I can't
Doesn't
show
make a difference. That's what it's for. Yeah. So if I needed to take it, then I don't need to take it. I'm not asking to take
I
it.
have my own ID and I want to go for break, but I cancel my break for you because you are troublesome.
I don't. That's not.
You are
You
making
know,
a
no, I've
trouble.
cancelled my break. I was on my way home.
No, you are making a trouble.
I'm not making a trouble.
And
If
I-
you were to acknowledge.
I also drop it because you
It's-
are recording a video.
So you should know. You should know that if you've been trained by the SIA, you should know that you are supposed to have your. Some people have it on their arm.
Yeah, I have.
No, you've got not got it on display. It's got.
No.
It's on
I
display.
already told you that I am going for my break but
Doesn't
after-
make a difference.
Yeah.
Even when you go for your break, you should still have it on display.
No,
Yes.
no. On a break, you can't wear. You
Yep.
can't wear this one.
Right, it's not me who makes the rules.
And you also
Okay,
force
okay.
me-
On a break, you can argue that,
Yeah.
but in public, when talking to a member of public,
Yeah.
that's it. See, I'm not
Yeah,
asking.
when
I'm not
I
asking
came
to
on my
take it.
position, yeah,
No,
when
I'm not
I
asking.
know-
I'm not asking to take it. I'm not taking it or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not asking to take it. All I'm saying is, on the SIA site.
You saw me that I was going for break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
But you've got it on now, so there's no problem.
When I came on my position,
Yeah.
I wear this
But
one.
there's no problem now because you've put it on and that's the end of it,
Yeah.
right? But the thing is, it's not me who makes that rule, is it? That's the SIA that's made that rule.
Yeah, these all guards having SIA badges. You can check everyone. Everyone has SIA badge.
Yeah, that gentleman has. You have.
Yeah, everyone.
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Huh?
Has
Okay.
SIA badge.
I'll check that. You know, it's only because it's a. Go on, please. Go on. Get the police. Get the police, because then they can explain it to you. If the police explain it to you, then would you accept? JP Morgan, are you not a little bit embarrassed? Is this not a little bit of an embarrassment for you, JP Morgan? For goodness sakes, it's a pathway. City of London. For the management at JP Morgan, first of all, we have these bollards here, which are very evocative of the City of London. Then over here, we've got, correctly, you fenced off that area. I'm not going to try and breach that fenced off area where there's a no smoking rule. Over here, there's the change of surface on the floor, and then that policy starts. So I wouldn't smoke on this bit. And if somebody asked me to leave on that bit, I would. But on this bit, and look at this, they've turned up in 2 minutes flat. I mean, if I was, hello, sir.
Hello, you alright?
If I was you, I'd be feeling pretty embarrassed at the moment.
Oh, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad. I was just walking past. I saw the statue.
Yeah.
I filmed the statue. I don't like the features and the weight thing. Then I saw the high-vis jackets, and I said, what's going on? Why are you out in public, patrolling this? Can we accept
Building.
This? Yeah, I mean, well, the building, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what they're in public at the moment, aren't they? On this
of course
pathway,
they are.
yeah. Could you explain that to him? That's all I was trying to say to him.
Just to let you know as well, we are body worn out.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course as well,
Fantastic.
alright?
Thank you
Just
very
let you
much.
know that.
Thank you very much. That's always makes me feel better about speaking to an officer when they're following their policies. Yeah.
What's the sorry? Because I missed the first part of your.
I saw the
You
statue.
said about the statue,
Yep.
and then you said about the guys with the yellow one.
Yep.
What did you say then? Sorry about
Well,
explaining to them.
they, as you can see, they're walking up down. There was more. I think there was 5 of them when I first came.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
that one on the end as well in public.
Yep.
And I thought, I wonder what's happened. Well, something's obviously happened for them to have come out of their building and to
Yeah.
be patrolling like that.
Yeah.
So I came up to him and asked him. He didn't have his ID on show. He's put it on show now, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
I was just about to go and ask this chap if he had his ID on, because as you might know, it's a criminal offence not to have their
Yeah,
ID on
so,
show.
yeah.
On display.
Yeah.
And we were having that conversation. He was saying, I've got it in my pocket. And I was saying, well, on the site, it says to have it on display, especially if you're out in public talking to a member of public. And he said, I'm about to go on my break. I don't need it on. Well, that's not my prerogative.
Bye.
My prerogative is out here.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
embarrassing. So if you just go and have a word with them, and then we can resolve it. And I was just going back to Fenchurch Street. I'm tired. I want to go home
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Been a hot day.
It's been a long day, very long day. I've been to that child, march thing, protecting against grooming.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Not that I've
I
taken any
didn't even know
sides.
one was going on, to be honest. So
Yeah,
fair
it's
enough.
down near Downing Street, and
Oh, right.
no
In the Met
trouble.
area. Yeah.
No trouble. Of course, you're City of London, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, on the just as I was having that conversation with them, is the John Carpenter sign
Yeah.
on the street, which double reinforces, and of course you have these
The
blocks.
bollards.
And the chap was saying here, like that, it's not my fault. They've told me to do this. if that's the case, they're putting their employees in a bit of a pickle.
I do know that this building does have security patrolling around the outside within the public area.
Yeah.
But they're just to protect the building, basically.
the building. I know
And
that.
A lot of buildings in the city, banks and things, do have that sort of.
Yeah, I know that.
But like you said, they should have their ID on show.
Yeah. And also, like it says here, the smoking policy, that don't smoke or vape within the outside areas, which is denoted here with the fencing. That's denoted with the fence. Then onwards from the fence, you've got the public area. So as you say, it's fair enough. I mean, it's not unrealistic for them to sort of like go round the building to do it. But he was saying, don't film, don't smoke.
No, you can film.
Don't.
You're in a public
I mean,
place.
I said this is what I was saying to him. How far out down the road, or have I got to go before?
No, yeah.
Am I allowed to wear a hat? Am I allowed to wear shorts? You know, a lot of people would say no, but at the end of the day, you know, it just.
I wish I could wear shorts because it's really hot. But
Oh, it is, isn't it? They've got those fountains going in the gardens down there.
I bet you that's like a nice little
Walk
definitely
straight
when
into
the
it.
wind's on. Yeah.
I've been down that embankment 100 times, and I've never known those gardens to be there. Where the John Fawcett.
Yeah, they are there, but they're not always open. They've got little gates on that can be locked sometimes. So.
Well, John Fawcett obviously invented the tap, because Americans call it a faucet.
Right,
didn't they?
okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I didn't figure that myself.
I think my colleague's just gone in to speak to someone. So.
Yeah, well, you know, that's his prerogative. But has this guy got his ID on show? I do, and he hasn't, has he? That's a criminal offence. So.
Yeah.
Well,
He may have gone and speak to the
well, hang on. Well,
managers.
somebody's committing a criminal
So-
offence. I think
Yeah.
I would expect you to.
Yeah, no, I'll speak to him once he's spoken to a supervisor, my colleague, because he's gone inside.
Yeah, but
We'll
if
find out
somebody's
what's going
committing a
on.
criminal offence, then surely you should, you know, challenge them on that. This chap over here, I mean, he thought I wanted to take his ID. I don't need it. I don't need his
Right,
ID.
okay.
He's not made any contact with me or anything. And in fact, I'll take it back because he's now put his ID. The other chap said to him, "Put your ID on show," because,
Right, okay.
and he has done that.
Yeah.
So there's no problems with the ID now. It's good, isn't it? All good. All good. They don't like me. They don't like me, and there's no malice. There's no malice involved in this. As I say, I'm going back. I'm already tired. I'm just looking at the
Got a long
statue.
journey.
I've got to go all the way back to Southend, all the way back to Shoeburyness. Yeah. So I mean,
I
it's
think they're running
miles.
from Liverpool Street at the moment, aren't they? I think Fenchurch Street closed, is it? I think.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think because I saw only because I come through Liverpool Street every morning and I saw a C2C train, Shoeburyness train there, platform 16, 17.
Well, both phones are out because I was going to show them, but both phones are out. I think is Fenchurch Street shut?
Say that again. Sorry.
Is Fenchurch Street shut?
I don't know. I can check for you, but I think.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
it is.
What a pain in the arse. But it's a beautiful building. I mean, you know, some of the architecture I was looking at as well.
The city's got some lovely architecture in it.
Yeah, a lot of
And
Masonic.
little buildings along the little side roads that you don't know about. They're just completely different to everything
Absolutely.
else.
Like Great Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
I went past that and I didn't know that was there.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, 1910.
Our
that was
mounted
there.
unit are based there.
That's right. It's
Yeah,
now
yeah.
mounted and there's a hotel next door. And I didn't know that was there, see?
Right, let me have a look.
So that's why I film. That, you know, if I see something which is of interest, then I'll go and film it. And it's only because these guys were walking up and down in high vises that I thought, I wonder what's going on. At first I thought it was police. But of course, you wear the Reds, didn't you? City of
Yeah.
London.
Just
You've
a
got your
little bit
own...
different.
I mean, we are outside of the City of London officially with the statue, the double dragon statues.
Yes, then that's the boundary line.
Yeah, so we're outside of the City of London.
No,
here.
we're inside. So this,
No, I
so
went
when you
past
come, that's the inside, that's the outside. So the gardens is outside. The
What,
gardens
so the
way
Houses of Parliament and Buckingham
is
Palace.
outside the City of London area.
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
So the
Is it?
Metropolitan Police
Oh, you're right.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. Yes, I'll retract that.
Just checking the train.
Thanks.
It's showing Liverpool Street to Shoeburyness service. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
They go at 45 and 15 of the hour.
Well, that's going to extend my
Bit
walk.
of a long walk.
It's a bit of a long walk, isn't it? It's near Bishopsgate, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's opposite. Yeah, it's opposite. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You could kill two birds with one stone here, couldn't you? Couldn't you, though? Couldn't you? Couldn't you? Couldn't you? You could kill two birds with one stone here. You could get rid of me, and and it will be resolved. Yeah, it will be resolved. Come on, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about sort of problem solving, isn't it? On the spot.
That's it. That is it.
That would solve it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And honestly, my back's hurting, my legs are hurting.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here doing this, having this conversation with him. But the more he was saying it, I was saying, well, just
Yeah,
you just
hopefully
accept-
my colleague will have some sort of result.
Yeah. Oh, hello, sir. All right. Hello. Are you one of the managers for JP Morgan? Are you one of the managers for JP Morgan? Are you a manager for JP Morgan? Oh, you're not. Okay. Are you one of the cleaners then? Are you a cleaner? You're probably a cleaner. He's one of them. It's silly, isn't it? It's silly, isn't it? I mean, he's obviously like one of the managers. A quick chat. You know,
People don't want to chat
it's-
nowadays. It's changed, isn't it? It's all changed.
has it?
Yeah, I think society's changed as well.
Well,
So
that's
people just aren't talkative.
a sad indictment, isn't it? That's a very sad indictment. I mean, the thing is that he wouldn't have got that comment about the cleaners had he just. I mean, it's not about the suit you wear. It's not about even the building that you've got. It's about your manners, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what
I
makes
agree.
man,
I
isn't
agree.
it? That's what
Yeah.
makes you a man is your manners, you know. And if he'd have smiled and said, "Oh no, I know what you're."
Have a good evening or something.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know,
Hopefully,
you know, you're
yeah.
trying to. Yeah, see what he says. Oh, he's smiling. Well, he's grimacing. I talked to him. I'll give him that suggestion about two birds
Oh,
and one.
I'm not the driver, so you'd
Huh?
have to.
Yeah.
I don't think
We've
policy
figured
says-
out. We figured out two birds with one stone.
You figured out, not me.
Go on, what have you got? What have you
Well, your colleague has told me that I was on my way to Fenchurch Street. I've got to go all the way back to Shoeby-Ness. I'm tired. My back's hurting. I've been walking for miles,
And I've told him it's from Liverpool Street. That's
and it's
Oh,
near.
C2C's moved, is it?
And it's near
Weekends,
Bishopsgate
so
Station.
They do. They move it because of the weekends, don't they?
Yeah, it's near Bishopsgate, isn't it? Are you based at Bishopsgate?
Certainly are. Yeah. So we've only got one neck now.
Two birds with one stone. I mean, they want to get rid of me. You want to get rid of me. I want.
We've got other calls to go to though.
Oh,
We're
it's
not
okay.
back.
Well, I'll have to hang around then. Yeah, I'll hang around.
Yeah,
I've explained to them that at the end of the day, if you're
Okay.
out
I've only
filming-
got about an hour and a half left on the battery.
That's right.
So,
I've explained
so-
to them obviously the situation with regards to the fact
Well, you
that
haven't
the
because they're
outside-
still out in public, aren't they?
No, yeah, but they can be in public.
They can be in public, but he's telling me I can't film, I can't smoke, I can't.
That's what I've just explained to them. Obviously, I've reiterated the fact that in a public place, obviously,
Okay.
if someone wants to film, they can film. It's a public
Right.
place.
Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and celebrate my victory then. Can't you just run me that way, please? Because like in the day, my legs are killing me. I'm knackered. I want to go home, and like I was just going past. I
know.
really wasn't intending to spend more than 5 minutes here. I've now been here for God knows how long. The battery's going to run for another half an hour. If you can get rid of me, couldn't you, just by taking me down towards that way? It can't be that urgent. Otherwise, you'd be on the way, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I want to go. That's the thing.
So do I.
wanna go.
So do I. Come on.
Because honestly, they're putting jobs out for
Okay,
us.
right.
But
But
yeah,
still-
I would say I've explained to them that as far as the.
Did you explain to
filming-
them that you could have got rid of me, but you didn't?
Well, no, I haven't explained that bit. But yeah, with the filming, obviously it's public place, isn't it? So is what it is.
So,
I know.
But yeah.
I'd rather go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
Well, yeah, obviously you're free to do that if you want to. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. All right, mate. Well,
Okay.
we'll leave you to it.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Well, at least they've got seats here. No, seriously, guys, I'm knackered. I mean, I want to get back to Sammy. We'll watch them do there. I mean, it didn't have to be a drive of shame, did it? It could have been a drive of you know, new order. Hey, you got your ID on? Where's your ID? And it's criminal offence, you know. And they're going off to do another. I mean, what other job? They're going to McDonald's, and now I've been left here. They could have got rid of me, you know. I asked them for a lift to the station, and they said no. They got something else to do. I don't know if that's true or not. But now I'm going to run this battery until it runs out, just because. No, I'm not actually. I can't. Do you know what? Do you know what? It's a case of don't give your pearls to house dogs, because they'll take them and then they'll tear you apart, and that's the situation. Why have you not got your ID on show? supposed to have your ID on show 100% of the time when you're in public. It's a criminal offence, punishable up to £5,000 and 6 months in prison, not to have your ID on display the whole time. You know that, don't you? Have you been told not to speak now? That's not doing a duty, is it? Don't start on me, bruv. Yeah, don't start on me, bruv. Yeah, don't start on me. I don't even want to hear from you. I don't even want to hear from you. If you don't want to be filmed, go inside your building.
I'm not working.
Just you're right. Just like if you're not working, don't start on me, man.
So then why you?
You're being filmed up there. You're being filmed over there.
Record everything, but not me.
Yeah, yeah. You know. That's right. Do as you're told. Manager, come and speak to me, manager. He's the manager. Come and speak to me for 2 minutes and I can be on my way. But don't you feel a bit embarrassed about wasting police time? That's also a criminal offence. He hasn't got his ID on show. Criminal offence 1, hasn't got his ID on show. Criminal offence 2, he wasted police time. You've made a false police report. Now you've not got your ID on display. You're daft, because by doing that you're going to make me want to look now, but I wasn't interested before. Why has your colleague not got his ID on show? Do you know, I said to those police officers, can you give me a lift to Liverpool Street, and I would be gone now, but they said no. That's a shame, wasn't it? It's like now you wouldn't be listening to my speaking. It's a beautiful building. It's a lovely building. I mean, look at the architecture in this building. Look at that up there. Look, that looks like a... No, that is Thomas. That looks like Thomas More to me. St. Thomas More, who was, of course, burned at the stake for his beliefs. And it is. Look at that. I just recognised him from the face. And as you can see underneath that, he was canonised after refusing to recount his Catholicism. And you know, personally, as the flames began to lick up my legs, I'd have gone, all right, Protestant, okay, Protestant it is, but not Thomas More. He refused, and that is, some may say it's a bit daft, but not me, because you have up there the representations of the Green Man yet again, which is great, because that's a non-Christian entity, God, based on Nordic or pagan beliefs that go back thousands of years before Christianity. But you have I'm not sure they're gods as such, but representations of elocution, law. Isn't that ironic that you've got like the what's the word I'm looking for there? The emblem of law, history and literature. So you've got elocution, law hasn't got his ID on show. History, well, you've committed criminal offences by not having the ID on show and wasting police time. And literature, I feel like writing F off down, Foxtrot Oscar down. In fact, I'm going to say Foxtrot Oscar, because you're not worth the breath that I'm wasting on you. You really are not. But yeah, Saint Thomas More, he was canonised for his refusal to bow to Henry VIII. And of course, Henry VIII, that's his ancestors are still there today. And that, my friends, is our problem. I've been to a march today to protect our children against grooming, but I'm afraid to say about today that it is just grabbing the body of the snake. And you know, and I know, if you grab the body of the snake, you're going to get bit again and again and again and again and again. You have to get the head. But this foundation stone, this was the first stone laid here by John Carpenter. Wasn't he a writer? In the year 1442. 1442. And that was established under an Act of Parliament in the year 1834 by the Corporation of London in Honey Lane Market, Cheapside, and removed thence to this site in the year 1883. What, so they're telling us that this stone here is actually from the year 1442. I'm not sure, I believe it. But it was laid on the 14th day of October 1880 in the mayoralty of Sir Francis Wyatt Truscott, never heard of him, Jonathan Walford, that's the committee, and Davis and Emmanuel Architects, John Molam and Co Builders, never heard of them. But it's a pretty building nonetheless. But apparently that foundation stone was laid 1442. I don't believe it. And what progress we've made. What great progress we've made, eh? You've got the epitome of law, literature, elocution, and yet you can't keep to it. Hey, what's the next one? Oh, you've got Sir Francis Bacon up there. Then you've got William Shakespeare, John Milton, the poet, and of course Isaac Newton, the great scientist. And there's also the emblems for drawing, music, classics, poetry, mathematics. Note the S on mathematics, Americans. Sorry, what was that? I was going to say arithmetic, but that's not. It's geometry. Geometry. It's geometry. And it is a beautiful building, isn't it? A beautiful building celebrating the successes of British history, art, culture, classics, poetry, art, law, history, and now it's got someone on the door who's, he's got his ID on show. He's got his ID on show. I mean, it's a beautiful building, isn't it? Don't you think? Have you looked at it up the top there? You've got Sir John Milton, the poet. And I mean, they've also got the emblems of law and history and architecture and poetry, and it's the City of London School. Do you know when the first stone to this building was laid? 1442. How many is that? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's what? 600 years ago. It's 600 years ago this building was started. 600 years. And now they're moaning that I'm filming it. Come on, dude. I mean, it's a beautiful building, isn't it? The architecture is incredible, isn't it? I mean, all this was done later on. That would have been done in the 19th century. But the stone round there, where they're now looking, look, those two people are looking where, it's like a little message on there saying this stone was laid in 1442. 1442. I bet you feel proud to work for such a long-established, beautiful building, you know, with these emblems all the way up, and so much symbology. There's so much symbology. Do you know who this guy is? Do you know who this man is? He's the Green Man. The Green Man. And this goes back long before Christianity. It's like the pagan or Nordic belief, like a Nordic god. And you often see this guy accompanied with the trident. And it's all based on like what we would call pagan or Nordic religion, which has been Christianity stamped it out. And if you didn't believe in it, if you continued to believe in the Green Man, which is, it took into account things like a spring, you know, like a spring, water, or trees, or, you know, the nature, and it would use those as their like symbolism of God. But Christianity doesn't do that. Christianity is just about mankind loving one another and stuff like that. But it doesn't take any account of the Green Man. And Christianity basically round the corner here, you've got a picture of Saint Thomas More. He was made into a saint because he believed in Catholicism. You don't give a shit, do you? It's a shame because if you listened, you'd learn. You listen to the wrong people. That's your problem. That's why you've got the problem. Yeah.
He says it's war.
Yeah.
He says war keeps capitalism going.
Yeah, it's very true.
Because people generate the income from war. And he said every 8 years, he says there's a problem with the capitalist system, and it needs a big sort of upgrade.
Yeah.
He said there's usually a war preceding, sort of coming along on that one. He says every 4 years. He says it needs a sort of fine tune. He said it only affects the people at the top. The man in the street doesn't know. He says so that doesn't affect them. He said but every I think he said every 8 years. And he says that usually needs a war. He says but we can't have a war anymore. He says because
but that's what I was going to say. History repeating itself.
and then
yeah. But we're having these wars now.
So we can't. He said so. He says we've got this coming along. He says now, which is a major crisis for the capitalists. He says, and this is going to be coming along in the next 18 months, 2 years. And 6 months later, the whole world ground to a halt because of the virus thing.
Yeah, the virus.
You know?
Yeah.
And they made trillions out of that.
Yeah, and we've got we've got wars still looming on us.
And we've still got wars, and they will keep
it's
these
a
wars
shame.
going. And then you start looking into the wars, and you look at it, and you say, well, why doesn't anybody attack Putin? You know, and the fact is because he's part of the bloody system.
Well, yeah.
The same with the Israelis, and the same with the Iranians. They're all in it.
Have you heard the Putin interview with Tucker Carlson? Because I have to say, I thought he made some good points in that. Very good points. Who got the Nazis out of Ukraine? Who got Napoleon out of Ukraine? You know, they owe Russia, and
a lot of people died out. The Second World War,
you know,
they were decimated.
But I don't agree with Russia attacking and bombing Ukraine.
No.
It's such a shame. But on YouTube, if you want to make contact, you can do so, because that's me right there, sir.
Right.
We've been out today marching for children, the grooming of children. I say we, but I've just been documenting it. I'm utterly exhausted. I'm going to make these few steps home, and I think I've got to go to Liverpool Street as well now, according to the police.
Oh,
they wouldn't give me a lift, even though they're going back to Bishopsgate.
Never mind.
But there you go. It's what it is. Take care. It's a pleasure to meet you. It really was. Really was. So what a great guy. What a great guy. And really pleased for him that he has, you know, that profound enlightenment that struck him that time. I think there's going to be many of you watching this who understand exactly what he's talking about, and many that aren't. Makes no difference to me. That's why I don't stand in the high street trying to force it down your throat. My beliefs are my beliefs, your beliefs are your beliefs. If we can respect each other, whether we agree, well, that's a fine thing. Oh God, there's more security. But you know what? Oh God, oh my. Hello, mate. All right. How come you're out and about tonight? I'll leave you to it. What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company? The Bank of New York. Okay, we'll come back for this one. Scorpion, if you're watching, maybe you can come and kick some ass. It's a Saturday, and they seem to think that it's okay for themselves to come out into the public without their ID on show and start saying that's right, mate, and start, yeah, great, it's great, and you know, throwing their weight around. But not on our watch, not on my watch, but today, the Bank of New York. Those merchant bankers may have got away with it. Oh God, and we've got ginger beards with a spunk catcher beard. I mean, that's the fucking last thing you need. All right, mate. USIA security. You SIA security? You need to put your ID on show. It's a criminal offence not to have it on. I'm not going to have this discussion with him.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, not just because he's got a spunk catcher beard. Don't want to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm doing it quite naturally. Oh, it's an ambulance. Yeah, not trying. Don't need to. Don't blame me. It's UK Meet the Tyrants at fault here. He was the one who said it first. It made me laugh. And we'll move on, so stay safe, keep going, and find out what is Scientology. Oh God, there's so much in the city, so much untapped. This is the Church of Scientology. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm really interested in the Church of Scientology. I'm really interested in anything that is Jesus dies for our sins. Look, give Jesus the flipping day off, will you? Even though I think he's earned the week off, to be honest with you. Stay safe, guys. Keep going. Like it or love it. Loathe it or hate it. I hope ultimately that peace will be with you.